Alright, so here is the Nuu B15 and it costs well below $200. Is it good enough? Can it be good enough? Hey! Alright, thanks to Nuu for sponsoring this video, and they did send us this B15. Currently the phone costs $179.90 and can be ordered from their website, linked below. There are no two ways about it, that's pretty cheap, so what do we get for $180 in 2022? What do we do with it? Okay, in terms of looks, this is a very modern looking phone. You can see the footage here, it's very shiny, it has that all-screen front. Now this is all plastic naturally, but I wouldn't say it feels bad. On the contrary, it feels like a solidly built handset and it has that added benefit of being very light. I can already see this as being an okay device for kids, it's easier to handle and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to replace if something should happen to the phone. The big display could be an issue on one hand, but on the other, that's plenty of room for kids to enjoy videos and games on. Now, it's powered by a MediaTek Helio G88, which is a 2 GHz octa-core processor. Just to make sure, I played Apex Mobile on this game. It's a modern, very nice looking shooter game. Simple enough, at the lowest settings the game was playable. It didn't maintain 60 FPS at all times, there were some drops, but I'm pretty sure it didn't drop below 40 FPS as well. The screen on the front, that's a 6.78-inch diagonal, so it's plenty large. For what it's worth, the phone offsets this with bezels that are kind of thin. It has a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is pretty mind-boggling, Apple, that a sub $200 phone can have a smoother refresh rate than 60. The resolution is FHD+, so it's a 1080p screen. Nothing crazy, but plenty enough. With this size, I had no issue thumb typing on the rather large canvas and I could use the phone for my daily communication needs. Is it as powerful as a flagship? No, I couldn't push it as hard as a Galaxy S, but for a person that only wants emails, chats, socials, calls, the basics, it gets the job done. Nuu has a store set up with Amazon, or you can go to their website and check them out there. These are GSM phones, which means no CDMA. They support T-Mobile and various MVNOs like Metro PCS, Mint Mobile, Gen Mobile, TracFone and many more. You probably have noticed that it has a quad camera on its back. Now, two of these are 2-megapixel macro camera and a 2-megapixel depth camera for bokeh effects, so it's not actively being used, but what matters is that the main camera has a 48-megapixel sensor and there's even a 5-megapixel ultra-wide camera. If you have enough light in the shot, these can actually take some pretty shareable pictures with saturated and vivid colors and pretty good detail. There's only one speaker on the bottom, which does its job for notifications and alarms. Obviously, we can't expect an earth-shattering speaker system here, but the phone does have an audio jack, so you can use it with all your aux peripherals and any headphones you may have. I know! What a novel concept! And all of this is powered by a 5000 mAh battery in the back, which Nuu says is good for 900 hours of standby or 42 hours of talk time or 10 hours of video playback. The Nuu B15 even has a smaller sibling, the Nuu B10, which is cheaper at $139.90. They did send us both phones, and after testing them both, I'd say it's worth paying the extra $40 for the B15. It has a slightly better performance, a slightly better screen with 90 Hz refresh, and a slightly better camera. In a package, these do make up the extra worth. You can visit Nuu by following the links in the description. Thanks to Nuu for sponsoring this video. Thanks to you for sticking around till the end, and I'll see you next time. Bye!